As Travis said, we have a very special episode today that we just simply could not turn down. That's right. This is a special preseason episode that we decided to bring to you a little early.
So let's not waste any of their time, Jason. Let's get right to it. You want to do the honors?
Our guest today is the singer, songwriter, producer, and director from Nashville, Tennessee. That's bullshit. She is from Reading, Pennsylvania. She is the most awarded artist in the history of the American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and iHeart Radio Music Awards.
Yeah,
she has 14 Grammy Awards and is the only artist in the history to win Album of the Year 4 times. Last December, she wrapped up the Eras Tour, which spanned 149 shows across 51 cities, 5 continents, and was the most attended tour of all time. I'm still going. Hold on for him. Her last album, The Torture Poets Department, set a record with 1.76 billion streams globally within the first week alone.
All right.
And as a fan of that guy on the Chiefs, she has 19 wins, 2 AFC titles, and a Super Bowl. 92 percenters. Are you ready for it? Making her podcasting debut, the most aggressive guest in the history of shows, Taylor Swift.
That intro, Jason.
I love how passionate he is. I also like the fact that he's yelling, because I have seen some podcasts that they say that they don't quite like him screaming. My glasses because I can't freaking see. But I like it because it just shows how much he cares and just how dramatic and crazy and funny he is. So I love it.
Oh my God.
I've seen this before.
No, look, his soul has left his body. No, that was so good. Thank you.
I tried to.
Thank you for screaming for like 47 seconds. That was so nice.
I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking, Tay.
No, you did a great job.
Take a deep breath, big guy.
Did I get everything? How much more could we have put in that? Like, I felt like that was
such an amazing intro, and also just like thanks for wearing the merch. That goes a long way. Just like immediately makes me feel comfortable just looking deeply into my own eyes.
Okay, all right. That's what I was going for.
It's a good T-shirt. I like.
Thanks for having me. This is my first podcast.
This is amazing. Thank you for coming on.
What took you so long to jump on podcasts?
You know what? I was waiting for you guys to invite me. This is my favorite podcast.
So we've already been over this. You're a big fan of the show. You're a 92%er. What are your favorite segments that you hear Travis and I go into on a routinely basis?
I like new news just because of the screaming. Like, I hear him screaming new news from across the house constantly. It's like my favorite part. Like, he'll be like, new news. And I'm in the kitchen being like, new news. So I love that because of just the bellowing of it. Like, I love No Dumb Questions.
That's a banger.
Okay, give me a second, guys. I don't want my computer to die on me. Oh shit. Yeah, I know, I'm swearing. Sorry.
I really like it when you give people advice. It's kind of my personal favorite.
Do you usually agree with the advice, or do you just like listening to it?
I mean, I think that like you guys give such male-centric advice. It's which I think is just dudes who don't want drama.
Yeah.
Dudes who are trying to avoid the mess. But sometimes you're going to like do a bit and say the messiest thing that they could do, which is funny too.
So we're going to ask the question everybody watching the show is currently asking. Why are you coming on the show? Why me? What are you doing? You have so many better things to do with your time.
This podcast has done a lot for me. I owe a lot to this podcast. This podcast got me a boyfriend. Ever since Travis decided to use it as his personal dating app about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
worked pretty good.
Yeah. Over it.
Were his friendship bracelets that good? Did you give the friendship bracelets, or was that just on the podcast? Like,
I've never seen the
Yeah,
original.
they didn't leave the stadium because I was butthurt, Jason.
He threw a tantrum. He threw a man tantrum.
Get these out of here.
It's so funny. It's
my
like
plan is ruined.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
This is so
she
wild.
hates me.
Like, it was such a wild romantic gesture to just be like, I want to date you. Like on, I don't know. It was at first when I looked at it, I was
Sweetie,
like, this dude is.
That's what it does when you're on the stage and you perform in Arrowhead. That's what it did.
This dude didn't get a meet and greet. He's making it everyone's problem. That's what I thought at first. And then I was
come
like,
to Arrowhead, I get to meet you. That's the perk of playing for the Chiefs.
You realize he didn't even reach out to our management. I was like, when this podcast came out, I was like, did he ever reach out to be like in the tents, or did we know he was in the building? He came with Pat. And he thought that because he knows the elevator lady that he could talk to her about just getting down to my
That's how it works. You just go.
And I got denied.
That's how it works in 1973.
Pretty much.
The elevator wasn't invented.
But yeah, he really just was like, I know a guy, I can figure this out. But I actually, when I thought about it, I was like, actually, we live in a day and age where like I'm not an online person at all. I'm not like on social media like that. And like I'm genuinely terrified to open my DMs.
Smart.
It's just like there's smoke coming out of my DMs. Like I don't want to go near that. I don't know what's.
If you want somebody to go through it, I'll go through it just because I'll laugh my ass off.
It's like if you have like 20 million unread DMs, you're just like,
entertained?
So this kind of felt more like I was in an 80s John Hughes movie and he was just like standing outside of my window with a boombox, just being like, I want to date you.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on a date with me? I made you a friendship bracelet. Do you want to date me?
Just come outside and meet me. Just meet me once.
No, that's hilarious.
Give me a chance.
So I was like, if this guy isn't crazy, which is a big if, this is sort of what I've been writing songs about wanting to happen to me since I was a teenager.
Yeah. And I was sitting there at the Eras tour listening to every single one of those songs like I know what she wants me to do. Yeah.
I feel that. That's
exactly what she wants me to do.
She's like, this is just her wish list of like,
meet me, please. Now I'm butthurt.
Yeah. I'm upset that you didn't meet me, even though you didn't know I wanted to meet you because I didn't do any proper logistical planning.
Who plans
Typical
nowadays?
Kelce. Typical Kelce.
It was wild. It was wild, but it worked. I'm glad it worked. I'm just circling back to New Heights to say thank you for this. Yes. Look at this.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
So yeah,
and thank you to New Heights, all the editing. Jake, thank you for putting that on social media and letting it do its course.
Hold on, before we move on, how did you know he wasn't crazy? Because that's the other side of that, right? Like a guy goes up there and professes his love for you. It's crazy, either one, it's like this could be the most romantic thing in the world. It can also be like this is
somebody?
He is crazy, Jason.
I mean, but there's a right crazy.
Yeah, he's the good kind of crazy. And I knew that he wasn't crazy the first couple of times that we talked. I was just like, he's truly getting to know me in a way that's very natural, very pure, very normal. Like also like just the way that he could make me laugh so immediately about normal things. Like Travis is like, he's just a vibe booster in everyone's life that he's in. He's like a human exclamation.
My dogs are starting to get all angsty because my boy dogs outside are starting to bark, and I don't want them to see the window because there's a delivery man out there, and I don't want them to interrupt my noise. So.
Point, like, you know, he's like, when you take a picture on your phone and you put you push the enhance color button, that's like what you do to everyone's life.
I'm always exclamations.
I use so many more exclamation points now, but I think it was just like, you're so non-judgmental about people. And you were not judgmental about the fact that I knew nothing about the world you were in.
It was the best.
You were nice. You were so nice.
I got a clean slate.
You were like, thank you.
Get a clean slate.
She doesn't know any of my bad stuff.
Are you kidding me?
Jason, on our first date, I legitimately asked him what it was like when the Chiefs played the Eagles in the Super Bowl and he looked across the field, across the line of scrimmage and saw his brother standing on the other, like 5 feet in front of him on the field. Yeah. And he was like, he didn't even look at me. Like, I now know what an insane question that was. He was like, actually, I'm on the offense and my brother's on the offense and I'm only on the field at the same time as the defense. I thought everyone was out there at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie. I also thought so too, just because I've seen some games, but not like passionately. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of sports in general. I don't follow sports. I just follow movies and music and sometimes and even books as well. But that's pretty much it. So for me, I would have literally asked the exact same question. So she shouldn't feel bad about that. I mean, it is an insane question, but like at the same time, I think anyone who doesn't know sports would probably ask the exact same thing. So I'm glad that he didn't judge her for that. Yeah. So, you know.
But I
And by the way, I'm gonna be pausing a lot just to make some remarks, and also because I don't want to be copyrighted. And also, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, just because Taylor is involved in the NFL now does not mean I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna start watching football games. I don't do sports. I don't follow sports. I follow players sometimes. Like I do that. Travis Kelce, Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, Jason Kelce. Those are like my top. I don't know anyone. What was it? LeBron James, I guess. But I don't like sports. It's not my thing. So
thought that the quarterbacks.
I mean, that's how you played it on the playground growing up. So I
Yeah.
understand if you hadn't like.
No, you
Really
don't
been
understand.
in it.
I thought it was
That's right.
like Jared Goff is here and Josh Allen's here.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, they blow a whistle and then they go at each other and they're like, "Arr!"
That's
And it's like,
not-
who's gonna
listen.
win?
That's actually
I actually thought that too. Mainly because I did play flag football in high school or middle school. No, it was middle school. I'm sorry. I forgot. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I remember middle school or high school, but I did play that and I didn't quite like it. So I thought that's how it was.
Love to see
Roger.
Jared Goff
got it.
play
I've
some
got-
defense. Let's see
I've
Jared
got,
Goff on
I've got
defense.
some ideas. I've got some thoughts. Yeah. I didn't know what a first down was. I didn't know
I
what
still don't know.
the chains were. I didn't know
I don't
what
know anything.
a tight end was.
I don't
I'm
even want to know
forever, I'm
anything
forever
about
thankful
it.
for you diving into the football world wholeheartedly.
Oh my God.
I like watching the commercials and the trailers for upcoming projects like movies and TV shows and the halftime show. There has been some halftime shows that I enjoyed, some that I'm not into. I didn't get into it, so we'll see this year.
I fell in love with it. I became obsessed with it.
Yes.
I became like a person who was running through the halls of my house screaming, "We drafted Xavier Worthy!" And my friends are like, who body snatched you? What do you mean we drafted
forget where I
Xavier
was.
Worthy?
I forget where I was, but you were the first person to tell me that
No,
we
I was
drafted the fastest
screeching.
man in the draft.
No, I was screeching. I couldn't believe it. I was freaking
Yeah.
out. We're
I
talking
couldn't
about
believe
like,
it either. I'm like, wait, is she right? I had to look this up. I'm like, she get the wrong information here, but yeah, we traded up. And
yeah, we're
sure
talking
enough.
about cover 2, cover 4, cover 0,
Ooh,
man,
see?
cover. We're learning.
I-
I continue to learn.
Maybe somebody else that even knows what those coverages are.
Yeah, I'm not ready to
knows
be an
leverage.
analyst right
She
now,
That's
but
been
give me 16 months.
Yeah, I don't
You're gonna
doubt
pick
it.
up
I
on
was
it.
just gonna.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you would ask some
Yeah.
of the best questions when we were up in the booth, and there's like your desire to learn more, but your genuine excitement around it, as well as like your competitiveness.
She's not fucking around. Nope. Tay's not
Oh
fucking
my
around.
God.
She's not fucking around. One of my favorite things this summer was Taylor reclaiming her masters. Her recording.
Okay, so this one I'm not gonna get into it that much, just because reclaiming her masters was very triggering for me. I have been following her since I think her second album, which is Fearless. I think that's what it is. Fearless or Speak Now. I don't remember which one was. I am a Swiftie, okay, but I can't freaking. There's just so many damn what was I gonna say? So many albums. There you go. Yeah, Fearless. Like that's when I got into it, when she released Fearless, and then when I found out that she lost, not, I don't want to say lost, but like she didn't have ownership, which I thought that any artist does get ownership automatically. She literally has been teaching us that no, it's not it. So it's kind of triggering for me because it's sad and it's very disappointing to see how artists don't have the rights to their own work when they all should have rights to their work. You know what I mean? Artists basically are the ones who are working, who are actually doing the job, who are actually writing the music, filming the music videos, doing the artwork, performing, all this stuff. And these labels are just sitting on their fat booties waiting for the money to come in. So it's like, it's not, I don't think it's fair, but I'm gonna only listen to some of it, because when she gets emotional, I kind of don't want to see that. Not because I don't like seeing her like that, but I just genuinely, I can't stand seeing her sad. Basically, I like when she's happy. So
Of her first 6 albums finally became hers.
Yep.
And you haven't really talked about it. You made that beautiful post on all your social channels thanking everyone that made it happen and everything. But why don't you tell the 92%ers how it really felt?
Oh, wow. So to catch anyone up who doesn't know about this saga, like I signed a record deal when I was 15. And
I remember that.
I always kind of refer to it as I got my music back this summer, but I never owned my music at all. So traditionally, a lot of record deals are set up in a way that artists don't own what's called their master recordings. Owning your master recordings means that you have complete control and power over distribution, licensing, and essentially the way your legacy is shaped. It's a huge thing. It's always been a huge thing for me. Like since I was a teenager, I've been actively saving up money to buy my music back and to ever own it in the first place, because it's usually the label that owns it. But I've always wanted this to happen. So it's been sold. My music has been sold a few times. The first time that it was sold, it really ripped my heart out of my chest. And I told everybody exactly how that.
I don't want to like see her like this, because it's kind of disappointing what she's been through, because she's such a queen in music and everything. So
felt for me and what I was going through. And I started
insubordinate, Travis.
Insubordinate. Yeah, it's I think for me, that was the closest I ever thought I would get to owning my music. And so after the Eras tour, I had a meeting with my team, and we decided this might be a good time to approach the. Right. Don't want to be in a partnership. I don't want to own 30% of it. I want to own all of it, including me. I decided that rather than this be like a business conversation, I'm in the business of human life. This is my photography, my music video, and they are all the times we had gotten plans together and didn't at the last minute, and so we did very dramatically hit the floor for real. Like honestly, just started
a long time
bawling my eyes out, and I'm just like, just weeping and kind of like unable. I was just like, really? What do you mean? And I'm like, get yourself together, get your shit together. Like, just go tell Travis in a normal way. Yeah. And I knock on the door. He's playing video games. And I'm trying to say it in a normal way. And I'm just like, Travis!
Like, oh no, what just happened? And
he puts his headset down. He's like, guys, gotta go. And I think he thought something was wrong. And you come up and I'm just like, I got all my music back. And then just start absolutely heaving.
Just dead weight. Losing all control.
I can't really stand that. It's not, and it's like, I'm trying not to get emotional, but it's more of like emotional, like anger. It's not an emotional, like sad. It's anger, because she's apart from any artist that I have seen or heard, she's the one who writes her own music. I mean, literally, she's been writing it since I think 12 years old. So for her to not be able to own anything is like, are you kidding me? She's the one who's been doing the work. She literally designs her own photo shoots, music videos. She directs everything on her. Well, not on her own, but it's her ideas and stuff like that. So for her to go through that and having to have them taken away from her, it's very sad. It's like someone is literally taking ownership of something that you have worked your whole butt off, your whole life for, and then to get it taken away from you. And then the worst thing is that Scott Borchetta sold it to like Scooter Braun. I'm like, Scooter Braun doesn't have manly pants on. He should have Say, you know what? I don't want any more issues with you. I don't want to be the bad guy anymore in your story. I don't want to be the villain in your story. I am gonna do to just settle all this drama between you and I. I'm either gonna sell it to you or I'm just gonna give it to you in in like a gift or whatever. It's like I get that he's a businessman, but still, if he had any morals, he would do that, but he doesn't accept it. Um, I feel like he really took advantage of that, and they both knew that she did not want to have that happen to her, and it did. So now I'm glad that she has her own masters. I always felt guilty having to listen to the old stuff just because she wasn't re-recording them yet. Like Reputation, I was like, oh my god, I hope that she re-records it and releases it because I really want to listen to it. But now that she owns it, now I can listen to it without feeling guilty of like, listening to it. So I'm glad. I'm so happy she owns it because she deserves to own her own work. And like she said, it's not for every artist. And not all artists give a damn about owning their work, but some might. And she's one of them. So I'm glad that she's doing that. I'm glad she has it.
Power in my life to support myself. And yeah, this changed my life.
Yeah.
I can't believe it still. Every time I think about it, it's like I have to tell the short version to everyone because it is still like
this. It's a long story.
This will affect the rest of my life. I think about this every day now, but instead of it being like an intrusive thought that hurts me, I can't believe this happened. Like, how lucky am I? How grateful am I? I'm so grateful to like the artists that helped me with my re-records, because when I did my re-records, I started doing those in 2021.
Oh, I love the vault tracks and the re-recordings. I'm not gonna lie, she's right. Her vocals are actually more enhanced than the original ones. Not that I hate the original ones. I'm just saying it. Her voice just changes, and so she's amazing. And the vault tracks are like, I feel like they might be my favorite right now to listen to. So awesome.
And a lot of like most of the industry trades were like, this is a bad idea. This is her sort of derailing her career in a way. Nobody's interested in you doing the same album twice. Fans are not going to be engaged with this. This is not going to go well for her.
Somebody knew though.
And it was like, I still was able to like reach out to friends of mine, like Phoebe Bridgers, Keith Urban, Maren Morris, Chris Stapleton, Haley Williams from Paramore, Fall Out Boy, like all these absolutely incredible artists that like shape who I am as an artist. Yeah. And they like agreed to be a part of the re-records. And one of the only people I told before this happened was like, I called Phoebe Bridgers and I was just like, and she's like, did you just say what I think you said? I was like, yeah. And so this has just been like, I'm so grateful for it. It's just unbelievable. And I was so happy you were there when that happened.
I mean, because
I could not stand.
Yeah. I mean, I started crying too, I'm
weeping.
I was just so happy for you because I've seen how you make music. I've seen how you make these videos. I've seen the effort and the focus and the strategy behind what just one album in Torture Poets Department and in Fortnite. And I was blown away that you had been doing this your entire life.
Wow.
And for, your first 6 albums, you weren't given the rights to all of that. Mm-hmm. And I know what that looked like. And I know how much it burned you that you didn't have that. And you didn't have your creation. Mm-hmm. And I think doing it the right way, creating the fan base that you did the right way, and leading your life in a direction that you were eventually going to get it back somehow, some way, because of you always doing things with the right intentions. So
thanks.
Oh, I love that. I love that he's so supportive. He's won me over from like the very beginning because I could just tell that he is different. I didn't think that they would last, not because I didn't like him. I don't know. I just didn't think so because, like, I felt like it was too soon for her to be dating him right after Joe Alwyn. But at the same time, we don't know what happens closed doors. Maybe they had already ended it like a year or 2 before, and then she got together with Travis. But yeah, I've seen a different side to Taylor with him. So I feel like she is more herself with him. And the fact that she's in this podcast with him I mean, you could just tell they're in love. They're so cute. Oh my god, the way he's so into her. Oh wow, I love it.
You're hot.
Songs, you sang these songs, you put everything into them. And don't get me wrong, there's publishing companies, people that support artists out there. But
Yeah.
how does ownership of music even work? Like when you recorded these songs when you were 16, right? Is that like the singer
Can you dumb
gets
it
a
down
portion?
to us 95%?
Yeah.
The singer gets a certain portion. The artist gets or the songwriter gets a certain portion, and then the publishing company gets a certain portion.
Okay, so
I love that they ask her that, because I also, I mean, I love music in general, just not rap and hip hop. I love music in general. So for me, I actually assume that artists who make music is all their work and they own it right away. But ever since she came out saying that that's not true, it's like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, it's not. They don't own anything. I mean, not everything. So yeah, I really want to know what that process is like.
that's a great question. And
Yeah.
there's two main categories that we're talking about
you
here.
just asked. Go ahead.
So master recordings is the actual recording.
Yes.
It's the actual vocal,
Yeah.
band, production, mixing, mastering, that actual thing.
Yes.
Yeah, like the
Mine also included my album artwork, my music videos, everything that went along with any era of music that I had done for my first 6 albums.
Got it.
Every era.
So then there's another category, which is publishing.
Yes.
I own my publishing, which is why, I have control over, if my song is used in a film, I wanted them to use Taylor's version instead of the original version, the songwriter, can decide that.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
And so
Yes.
it's like, I've always been very lucky because my publishing was protected. A lot of artists have their publishing sold away from them, or they sell their publishing, and and a lot of artists, it may not be important to them. It was always important for me. The publishing aspect of it has always been something I've had firmly in place, which is great because my songwriting is the core of why I do this, why I love it so much, and what I think has made anything happen in my career at all.
Greatest songwriter of all time.
That's very nice of you to say that.
Oh yeah.
It's like, says her boyfriend.
Says a lot of people.
Basically, then you have the master recordings side of things. Now, this is a discussion that was not really brought up amongst the artist communities, especially not with fans. This was all kind of industry centric and kind of boring content.
Yeah, I didn't hear a lot of it. I just heard that her masters were sold to someone else. I don't know how the whole process works, because not a lot of people had a lot of information. They just said, "Oh, well, so that's it." I mean, that's from what I heard.
Track stuff that like fans were not speaking about.
Yeah. Sure.
And so one thing that I think is really great that has come about because of this is that I have so many new artists come up to me now and say, "Hey, I didn't even know this was a thing."
Yeah.
And when I went to go and negotiate for my record deal, I negotiated to have my masters revert back to me after a certain amount of years, or that I own them outright. And it's not for everyone. Not everyone cares about this. Artist to artist, artists have different priorities. Some artists sell off all their masters because everyone's allowed to have their own priorities. What I wanted, though, is that if I were to put the information out about what I went through, at least it gets artists talking about this to decide whether this is a priority for them. Because you can't know if it's a priority for you unless you know what has come before you and what has happened. And so the master recordings thing, that's your actual ownership of your recordings. To put it in perspective, if I never would have been able to buy back my music, one day someone else would be leaving all of my music from my first 6 albums to their kids in their will.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about it like that. It's like,
that's not
I thought of it. I made it. I recorded it. I paid for most of those music videos.
Exactly.
I wanted an opportunity to buy that back. And that was important to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I just said. Like every artist who puts a lot of effort into it, like a lot of work into it, just like she did, I think should have their masters back to them. And unfortunately some don't. or some don't want it, which is, it's up to them. But like she said, it was important to her. So
You feel like they're yours. They should be yours.
Yeah,
exactly.
Do you think it was easier for you to do one because just you talking about this, you're so aware of the business side of this and the legal realm of, like,
she is.
You're more aware than I think probably most artists are. But being
woman in the world,
it's crazy. Being a songwriter,
says her boyfriend,
smartest woman in the world.
You being the songwriter, being the singer, owning the publishing rights.
I agree. She's the smartest woman in the world. She's also the greatest songwriter of all time. And I also believe, I'm going to throw a little bit of shade to the Matt Healy fans probably, but I don't care right now. She's also the greatest, one of the greatest poets of our generation, of the world. So I don't think Maddie Healy is all that great. I'm gonna lie. I'm sorry. I mean, I love the 1975, but Anyway,
being able to re-record songs, that gave you leverage and able to make this move, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was it. And also, in my contract, they didn't put a clause in that said I couldn't re-record because nobody was doing it and nobody thought that was a good idea.
Right.
So, and also, like, who would be that stubborn?
Petty.
Like, who would be that petty?
This badass kid over here.
That they would record every single thing
it's so badass,
over and over again.
What was your favorite one?
Not just that. Hold on, though. But not just that. Who has a fan base that's going to listen to the same album twice in a row?
It's a good point, Jason. It's a good point.
Honestly, and this is where they missed it. You had
make
this
a third
diehard
1989, I'll listen to that one too.
Built.
Yeah, me too.
That's the thing is the
fans. You
fans
told a story with the second time you released this album, right? And the fans got behind that narrative, and they're screw the first album. We're rolling with the re-recorded album because we're supporting the artist.
They were like, we ride at dawn. Like, that's right. and it was amazing because
I actually rode at dawn. Literally, I'm not gonna lie, I really did. Because for me it was much. I didn't have any of the other albums. I kept on like renting them from like the library. So when her versions came out, I was literally running to like Target or Walmart to buy them because they were her versions. And I was just like, oh yeah, now I own them. Just like her, she owns her own music, so I love that. But now she owns all her other original ones, and I don't have them. So, but it's okay. I mean, I prefer her. The ones that I have right now, so I'm good.
They're the reason why the re-records worked out.
Yep.
They're the reason I was able to purchase my music back because they came to the Eras tour.
You're welcome.
And basically, they're the reason why any of this worked out. And I also want to note that, like, the other people who are like, we ride at dawn, my live band, they played on all the re-records. Mm-hmm. It's like, you want to know why they sound so perfect on the Eras tour. They played on all those records. Mm-hmm. Like, they're session musicians.
I kind of figured that happened because I thought are they like really using the same background music, like the instruments, they're not even bothering. But now that she said that they went back and re-recorded the sounds, like the background sounds, like the guitars, the drums, everything, the backup vocals, now I understand. So I was like, oh, okay, so they did actually go back. That's why it sounds way better.
Too. And that's how good they are. And I'm so impressed just by their ability and their dexterity as musicians to be able to do that so convincingly, because there are actually there's the Taylor's versions one. I kind of prefer a lot of that stuff. I think it sounds incredible, but I'm happy to have all of it.
The re-recordings, you have the original recordings. What should we listen to? Like, what do I?
Okay, first of all, Jason, I listen to all the albums. I don't care whether they're Taylor's version or not, because ever since she announced, sorry, my eyelash got like literally stuck. Ever since she announced that she was owner of all of her albums, that's when I started listening to her music, all of it. Like, it didn't matter. Like, I just listened to the whole thing.
Does it matter? You're just like, whatever you guys want? Like,
yeah, it's really whatever you guys want. Because I love both of them. I would not have put out the re-records if I didn't think that they held up or were better. I think a lot of the vocals I did on the re-records are better than the.
I was going to say that. Her vocals are more, I feel like they're more enhanced, they're more grown up, more like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. Like, it's just more better. Yeah, I love it.
Originals.
Ooh.
Okay.
But it's like if you found a nostalgia in the originals and that was what you were listening to when you were 12 years old, bopping around in your bedroom, go crazy.
Yeah.
We got them all.
I'm going to start doing comparisons. That's what I got to do. I just got to start doing comparisons.
Yeah.
You're going to listen to every beat.
Yeah.
You're certainly, it's not mandatory, Jason.
I mean, it sounds like a good time.
I'll say this. There's a few good playlists out there that have a mixture of them all.
You've been streaming?
Aww.
Yes.
Thank you.
I've been streaming for about 2 years now.
Oh,
so cute.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. That's why we got that spike.
That's
in
what
the
it was.
35-year-old male demographic.
Right.
Yes, that 1.7 billion, that was at least 1 billion of those, for sure.
It's so
We have
cute.
one IP address
He's
from
adorable.
one iPhone that continually is listening to this playlist. Did you have a favorite album that you re-recorded that, like, are there different eras that you liked recording more, re-recording?
I really liked them all, but I think Red was very special. There were songs that I called From the Vault songs. And there was one which I think is maybe my favorite song I've ever written, called All Too Well, the 10-minute version, where I unearthed. There were originally so many more verses in that song than ended up being on the album that I had put out when I originally put out Red.
I'm glad that she went back and re-recorded that 10-minute version, because as soon as she said it, I was like, oh my God, imagine how amazing would have been. And then that, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this song, 10-minute version, should have been a part of the original. It should have. I'm sorry, but it should have.
I made the glorious, fortuitous mistake of saying that to my fans in an interview.
Words.
You know
what
those words are. You're so handsome. So basically, I said that in an interview to my fans, and they just like hung on to it. They were like, where's the 10-minute version? Give us the 10-minute version.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And when it came time to doing Taylor's version and re-recording the album, I went back in, found the verses, restructured the song to the way that it pretty much was when I had originally written it. Put them back in.
I'm glad.
And that song is one of my favorite things I've ever done. And it was when we were on the Eras tour, I'm watching people just like cathartically scream this song to the point where I'm like, do you need to go to the hospital? Like, it was so packed.
I love that song live. I mean, it was amazing to hear, and then to like watch the live streams of it. Oh man. I felt like I was in church, which I wasn't, of course, but
passionate, the fan response to that song at the Eras tour. And I remember thinking so many times, like, what if this never happened? Like, what if I never had to
it's one of the most iconic
this?
parts of that tour.
It was so fun. And so like, it really did make me fall back in love with that album specifically. I have a song with Phoebe Bridgers that I really love on that, From the Vault. Chris Stapleton was a part of it as well. And I think that one, I've always loved Fearless in 1989 in a very pure way. But Red, I've kind of gone back and forth over the years and been like, like that re-recording it made me just be like, oh God, I love that album. I have no complicated feelings about that. Wouldn't have done anything different. Maybe except to include the original verses the first time.
Well, we just talked about the different eras a little bit. Let's talk about perhaps the most daunting thing that any artist has ever taken on, which is the Eras tour.
Oh my God.
You finally finished it up last December in Vancouver. I don't know. What did it feel like to wrap it up? What does it feel like now? Like not touring and being on a jet every day, basically trying to go from country to country. Yeah.
I mean, it feels great, Jason, to be honest. I'm
not
going to lie to you.
I mean, of course it's going to feel great. I mean, 2 years touring? Who wouldn't be that tired? I would not have lasted 2 years if that would be like, no, I'm tired. Can we just cut?
You don't miss it?
I miss it. I do miss it, but it's like it was perfect for what it was. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it was a lot of physical therapy, and it was a lot of like being in a state of perpetual physical discomfort.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're in season,
heels.
you know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not getting hit
my first time
by huge 300-pounders, but the heels.
When I
heels
saw the
for that
recovery
long,
station in the hotel room after with the toe spacers.
I gotta acupuncture that. I've got.
I'm telling you, dude, the similarities were crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. She does more than I do.
We're like comparing physical therapy stories, like recovery stuff. But
have you ever tried taping your ankles?
We related on how much
big ankle tape guy. I miss it because I miss the fans and I miss that connection.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was so special. It was like the most formative time of my life.
I'm not gonna lie. I do miss it only because of that stuff, like the fans, watching them interact with each other, you know, bonding, passing out bracelets, dancing together, becoming friends. The only thing I found weird, because I didn't really think it was such a good idea, I think one couple got married, or a couple, I don't know. But I heard people got married, people got proposed to. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just wouldn't do it there because if someone, a friend of mine said that if someone were to ask her, if her boyfriend would have asked her to marry him, she would have probably have been so into the concert that she would have said yes, but she wouldn't have realized that she had said yes, you know? And so I feel like your intention is to the concert, not your significant other that much. So to ask such a big question, I don't think it was a good idea. I mean, who knows? To each their own. Maybe they did realize what they were doing, but I wouldn't like. I don't like that. But I mean, to each their own.
I learned so much about how far I can push myself, and if I set a goal.
Forward a little bit.
Making that a 3.5 hour show in the beginning of the tour. It's like you can't like be sick one day.
It's a broken heart.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. Don't you get me started.
Or like stomach flu, or like just like aching feet. Because when we were putting together this tour, I had some really lofty goals I wanted to reach conceptually. What inspired me to want to do this. Necessarily seen before, all in one concert, but I wanted to do it. Yes. And when I heard reports of people saying that they got actual amnesia after the concerts, I was like, "Oh, I think we did it.
Yeah,
I think we did it. Nailed it. That's genuinely that's. Wasn't even shooting for that goal when they're like, I saw so many things and I experienced a state of euphoria that
Yeah, I don't remember half of what happened. I only remember that I had the best time, that I was so focused on the fact that I actually got to see Taylor Swift for the first time in my life live. Yeah, I don't really remember all of it. I feel bad, but yeah, I have videos, so at least when I see them, I start remembering things. But yeah,
now don't remember what happened to me. I was like, oh my god.
All I remember is that she didn't want to meet me. That's it.
That's it. That's all he got about.
And as much as you, and I've told you this, as much as you want to, give New Heights credit, I give the Eras Tour credit.
Yeah?
I give the Eras Tour credit because if I would have never gone to that show and been mesmerized and just been captivated,
I love
and
that.
then left with such a desire to want to meet you, I would have never went on here and told everybody how butthurt I was. Yeah, I'd never just been so engulfed in the curiosity of who you were.
Oh, that's
and
really,
look at this.
Horrible.
One of the best things about that last statement is you didn't even know what the word engulf meant before, like you met Taylor. Like this is you broadened your horizons so far.
We're the perfect. I'm telling you, it's so. She makes me so much better.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
And then, but it's like you see you on the stage and you see how crazy you can get an entire stadium going, and then I give New Heights credit. I give the Eras Tour credit.
Yeah?
I give the Eras Tour credit because if I would have never gone to that show and been mesmerized and just been captivated, and then left with such a desire to want to meet you, I would have never went on here and told everybody how butthurt I was. Yeah, I'd never just been so engulfed in the curiosity of who you were.
Oh, that's
and
really
look at this.
wonderful.
You know,
I really
one of the best things about that last statement is you didn't even know what the word engulf meant before, like you met Taylor. Like you've broadened your horizons so much.
We're the perfect. I'm telling you, it's so. She makes me so much better. So
Cute.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
And then, but it's like you see you on the stage and you see how crazy you can get an entire stadium going, and then I get you in a room and it's like I've known you forever. It's like it was just the easiest conversation I ever had, and it was just so much fun that it just knocked my socks off. You know what they say.
Knocked your socks off.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's
Good
I felt
job.
the
blew
same
me
exact
away,
way
and
about you.
I had never experienced something so mesmerizing on stage, and then so real and so beautiful in person.
Hey, that's
Should I leave?
wonderful.
I'm just
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this
sorry.
point, I think everyone should leave.
Okay.
You're hot.
How many countries did you do the Eras tour in?
47,000 countries, Jason.
You just listed that in the beginning.
I
I
don't
said
think she
51
remembers.
cities, which I don't know if that's
It
right.
was a lot. I got a tour for that. You know, it's coming up. Equipment trunks
Thank
behind
you for
to
accommodating.
accommodate the size, but absolutely, we'd be happy to have you. And we got to travel the world and have vacations and entire part of our lives. Like
The house.
it's like I'd say all my hobbies could be categorized as like hobbies you could have had in the 1700s. You know, like I get on my granny shit.
You enjoy doing all of these homey things. That's basically what you're saying?
Yeah, I like to sew.
Yep.
I especially.
I knit. Sort of knit.
Specialize, as you know, in children's purses and baby blankets. I make two things, and that's
I know that very well.
Very good at these two things.
I love to paint. I love to cook. I have a different baking obsession every 6 months.
I am the luckiest man in the world.
Right now, we're very deep in a sourdough obsession that has taken over my life.
I am aware, and I'm very deep in it now. You've got me deep in this.
I'm lucky. I'm working as much as I am and running as much as I am because I'm getting the caloric intake.
Yeah, he asked me to send him 2 loaves of sourdough at training camp. I'm like wrapping sourdough loaves in like saran wrap or whatever, like cling film. The sourdough's taken over my life in a huge way. I'm really talking about bread 60% of the time now. It's become a huge factor.
I mean, and she's getting good with making all these different versions of it.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one was probably, the regular sourdough is one of my favorites, but the blueberry.
Yeah, we do. There's a blueberry lemon. There's bread, and texting my friends and being like, "Can I send you some bread? I need some feedback. Do you like this one better than you liked the other one? Do you like this one better than you liked the other one? I did the rise a little different." I'm on your blog. Girl, I'm on your blog. But it's like, I just didn't know this. There's people like me out there, and
want to find these little creatures.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Be friends with them.
He wants
why a wild one? Why wouldn't you?
Because aren't
they all wild?
Oh no, there's domestic.
There's domestic.
I'm on your blog. Girl, I'm on your blog. But it's like, I just didn't know that. It's really, yeah.
She's a loafer for life now.
Yeah, and it's gotten.
Sorry, I had to rewind it. I had to rewind it a bit.
Loafer.
Pretty crazy over here. I'm just always baking bread and texting my friends and being like, "Can I send you some bread? I need some feedback. Do you like this one better than you liked the other one? I did the rise a little differently." I'm on sourdough blogs. There's a whole community of us, and I didn't know it.
Oh my gosh!
This is the
amount of people hoping that you're on their blog.
Oh, I'm on your blog. girl, I'm on your blog. But it's like, I just didn't know this. There's people like me out there, and this is where the internet is good. This is where the internet is a good place where you can curate a reality where, like, all I really use the internet for is sourdough, and when Travis shows me videos of otters on his Instagram algorithm.
I mean, I want a wild otter so bad. I just want to bring him anchovies every couple months. Up,
like doing this to Jason.
I mean, I love otters. I don't know who doesn't love watching Instagram. This is what life after
Eras Tour is, though, Jason. You got to.
He's actually done it.
Yeah, I've made a loaf. You've had one of my loaves.
He's done. It's like, it's also,
no directions over here, Jason.
I get into
no chance, Jason. You've had it. And you said you loved it.
There's going to be so many more germs and microbes and Travis.
Why is there chest hair in it? How did you?
Yeah.
There's like chest.
The apron's too low.
There's like chest hair in his. There's cat hair in mine. It's just like both of these are completely inedible. But it's crazy how many puns you can make, because I do I got bread bags and I got labels. And so you can really go for it with the puns. You go, are you ready for it?
Are you ready?
Flower Song is the slamming screen door. That's horrible. It's a loaf story. Baby, just say yeast.
Just say yeast. Yeah.
What's the one I was doing with dough?
Keep going.
It's a loaf story.
I should have said dough. No, it's horrible. Loafing him was bread. It's bad.
That one.
You don't know that song, and that's okay.
I love you.
It wasn't on the tour.
Wait, so recent countries. Did you learn anything throughout is there anything at the end of the tour when you were wrapping up that you wish you had been doing the whole time? Is there anything you would do differently now that the entire tour is wrapped up?
No, I'm really poor, and I'd have to get my stamina up throughout the tour in a way. I don't care at all.
Okay, fair enough.
I take it that way.
Was so laser focused on music, and that's how I was in school. I would go to sporting events so that I definitely became obsessed with sports when it came.
Good teammate, so she'll give effort if it's.
In this, I care.
Okay.
I have a lot of favorite things from the Eras tour. I would look out and I have a lot of favorite things from the Eras. A song called Willow, where we do a performance where we have honestly thousands of these orbs just go up, where they have their own. They have their own show, literally. The event of it, I'm always trying to figure out how to make music.
Where does that process start? Are you
Well, I have some parameters.
What is the art of the Easter egg?
The art of the Easter egg is that there's do's and don'ts, right? I'm never going to plant an Easter egg that ties back to my personal life. It's always going to be towards music or a musical, something I'm coming up with, something I have coming up, a plan I have coming together. Something that you don't know I'm saying for a specific reason that you'll hear later, and you'll go back and be like, oh my God. I think my favorite one of those was I was given an honorary doctorate from NYU, and I made the commencement speech, and I put so many lyrical Easter eggs in that speech that when the Midnights album came out after that, the fans were like, the whole speech was an Easter egg.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, that's really fun because they find it fun.
For sure.
And also.
Yeah, I didn't know that part at all. Yeah, I didn't know that part. I was just watching her damn video, and I didn't even realize that was an Easter egg. So, and I'm a Swiftie. Jesus Christ. ¿Qué pasó?
Nada.
Oh.
Aquí jugando. So I love numerology. I love math stuff. I love dates. I love that stuff I find really fun. And I want Easter eggs to be a certain thing where if you are a part of the fandom and you want to experience music in a normal way, then you don't even see these. You don't even care what that thing is above that doorway under that dimly lit flickering light over there that's upside down backwards in Braille. You don't need to know what that is.
I love this. Yeah.
But if you want to look at that,
but if you do,
then it's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you know,
If you're in the know,
you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then you know.
Let's talk about something I don't know. What is numerology? You threw that phrase out there like that's a comment. What is numerology?
I feel like
attempt to. Let's get
Jason.
All right. Favorite thing about the Eras Tour was besides going. All right. Well,
you're just like, you want to do this? I'm going to do this.
That's exactly how I sound.
Oh, Jason.
Let's get
Jason.
All right. Favorite thing about the Eras Tour was besides going to it and just being like this amazed at everything. I think I was on another podcast recently, just like all of the songs, everything you just talked about, where it changes so much, right? There's something new every 20, 30 seconds. It was incredible. The nonstop length of it. But I'm going to be remiss if I don't say one of the things that I love is watching Travis Kelce get on the stage. The man in the tuxedo.
It was so good. It was so special. That was like, we were like, that came out because we thought we were doing a bit. Like we both thought we were just joking. Because a lot of what we're saying is like inside of a bit and we're laughing the whole time. Twinkle in your eye where I was like, oh, he wants to do it.
You want me to go
He
on
wants
stage?
to do it.
He wants to?
Do you want me to go on stage?
Yeah, you got up there.
I'll do it.
You were so good. Every single beat, his comedic timing is crazy. Like, and when the lights are bright, he
blackout.
You looked so good. Yeah. It was so amazing. Like it was one of the loudest, if not the loudest screams I've ever heard on the tour.
It was insane.
It really was.
How many, Trev, you played football in some of the biggest stadiums you've been in front of. People have been staring at your whole life. What was that moment like?
There's nothing.
Isn't this the week that I got to watch Jason meet the royal family?
It was.
Yeah, I knew you were serious when I was like, Jason, do you want to go meet?
And he was like, what do I do with my beer?
Yeah, I watched him have this moment with his beer where he's just like, but I want to take it, but I know that I probably should not take it.
That's right.
I watched this happen, and it was kind of the most amazing.
What do I do when I meet?
I like that you picked up on it because that was exactly what was going on in my head.
If I don't have my beer, what do I do with this hand now?
Is it like disrespectful to have a beer when you meet royalty?
Or am I just like being authentic by having the beer? I would normally have the beer. Wouldn't they want me to be myself? I'm watching you say that in your head.
Yep.
And it was fantastic. I don't know. I'll always remember that. I was just like, I'll always remember meeting you for the first time, Jason. You're hot.
I guess you brought it up. What was that first impression like? Did you know I was told to be on my best behavior?
I didn't know what you were told, but I did know that one of the first things I saw was like you say to Kylie, I was just shotgunning beers with the Bills Mafia, and I really want to go through one of the fire tables.
Yep.
I want to jump through it. I want to jump onto the flaming table. And she goes, okay, can we not do that right now?
Yeah, guy.
And since then, I've heard her say that exact thing to your 4-year-old. About like, mommy, I want to throw this pudding on the wall. Wouldn't that be fun? Can we not do it right now?
That's a common phrase for.
And so I meet you. You're exactly as I thought you would be. Kylie is exactly as I thought she would be. Just like the realest, the smartest, the coolest. You're fantastic. Obviously, you know that. And then I swear to God, Jason, you flew through the window at light speed. I've never seen someone so big move so fast.
It's impressive.
It's like, you know, when you see a cricket and it's here and then it's gone and it's 16 feet that way. You're like, did it just jump that way? How did it do that?
And he gets more athletic the more
beers. I mean, it's real.
It was wild.
I really should have played in the NFL drunk. I think it would have been better.
You know what? At this point, I would never argue with that. And all of a sudden, like, you're out there in the snow. You're handing me children through the window. Like,
I was trying to. That
was
fully not my best moment.
It was. And like, I think it actually was. And I'm
She's
really
like,
grateful.
Taylor. I was like, you want to see Taylor? I got you. Let's go.
We're going.
Whose kid is that, Jason?
Don't
Do
know.
you know where this kid came from? But yeah, it was. I think it was your best moment, and I think I'm very lucky to have gotten to see it. I love this like new world that Travis has shown me because it's so fun. It's so exciting. There's so much pressure on these players that I kind of was like, I've only ever been in music and been like, seeing that. But the
so lucky because I never have gotten to see what the suite looks like when I play the game.
because they didn't have a camera
I never
on
get
it.
to see my friends and family. I never get. So now, whenever I make a play, I get to see it, what it actually looks like, how much fun they're having, what the type of support that I get, and how crazy it gets. So the Vegas Super Bowl, there was a camera on the suite, and when Nicole scored that touchdown, and to see everybody in that suite start jumping on each other.
People are body slamming each other into other rooms. It was so violent.
It's giving me the chills right now.
Everybody.
I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
That video
to get everybody going crazy.
People went down. Like there were people punching each other. It was like absolute chaos. And like I have every memory of that. Like every memory of that moment is intact, but it's just like screaming and thrashing around and trying not to be taken down by this undertow of your friends going absolutely apeshit.
I loved every bit of it.
Oh, it was so insane.
I mean, the suite that is the Travis Kelce suite that has been happening. What was your first impression of that? Of everybody in there? Who's the MVP of the suite? Who's the MVP of the suite?
Okay, so he's got, which is an incredible, like a huge green flag, is that Travis has had the same friends since he's probably 4 years old.
Yes,
literally.
And he's incredibly good at maintaining friendships, and he's so loyal, and his friends are equally loyal. And they're just the funniest, most hilarious group of people.
Yeah, and you want to talk about green flags. The first game she went to, the Bears game, she literally went through the front door of the stadium.
Yeah, we walked right in.
Just right in, like like general admission?
Through general admission, with everybody on the bus to the game.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, oh, she's just in it. Yeah. She's down. She's down for the ride. She's here for the fun. She's like, I'll fucking go. I'll go through the mud. I'll be a part of Chiefs Kingdom.
Like, if this is where we walk in, this is where we walk in. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have an alternative. I'm like, we just played here 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And we went a different way, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to backseat drive this shit.
What was that like? What were people doing?
I remember using, like, Ross was like, Ross is so tall and so broad that it's like that helps a lot. And then just you have a lot of other just like big bulky dudes that you're friends with. Yeah. Yep. Green flag, not threatened by other guys.
That's right. At all.
I was walking in I had a hat on and I had a mask on, and I'm walking in just in the front. We're walking in with thousands of people in Arrowhead, and nobody noticed.
Oh my gosh.
There were rumors that we had been seeing each other, but I think people were like,
remember that. Yeah.
What would they talk about?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I hinted on the Pat McAfee show that I was going to see if you would be willing to come see me rock the stage at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Since I've seen you make the stadium.
But nobody was like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna see her there, and we're going to see her coming in through general admission.
No way this guy landed her. No chance. Hey. No chance that whole podcast thing worked.
I didn't believe it when you told me.
You manifested it.
I did, yes.
You summoned me. Here I am.
You're hot.
How true is this revelation by Big Grid?
Whatever Andy Reid says, we're going to stand by twice a week now. But he's like that with everyone he meets. Like he's able to have very many
known him to have.
Yeah. He's a savant.
It is impressive.
He's a savant. Social savant, my dad. And so he knows Andy, and Andy's been coming to shows for years and stuff like that. So I've always had like a really positive vibe about Andy Reid. Yeah. I didn't really know what the sports were that he was doing, but I knew that was my dad's friend, Andy Reid.
You knew he was really
I now know he is literally the most much.
Right.
Because I feel like it's done without like aggression or raising. It's not done. It's not overdone, right? Like if you get it from him, you deserve it, and you're going to shape up.
It's like a disciplinary thing. It's just like he
There's a stoicism too which makes the heart
layer of like discipline where
that is how he motivates people and and he was like, you want to date me? And everybody heard it. It was the shooting your shot heard around the world.
Yes.
Basically, everyone who likes you, which is a lot of people, started reaching out to everyone who knows me.
There we go.
I think it was like Andy was vouching for you. I think it was my relatives, my cousins were like, please, please, please. He's amazing. There were friends that were like, he's actually an amazing guy. Like, he's so great. There was a lot of kind of people whispering in my ear about you. And I actually, that's not normal. Like, it's not normal. There are people just willing to go to bat for you and be like, you don't understand. True. This guy's incredible.
Well, Andy, well done.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
And Scott. Everything. And Scott, thank you.
You know, the funny part is that she's never really had that with any other guy that she's dated. Like, they have never been vouched for by their friends or family, I think. And so, you know, that's why I think that she says it's not normal. Because she's never had to have that. She's never had to deal with that. Which is great.
Scott. Speaking of which, how's Scott doing? He's doing good?
So he is doing incredibly well. My dad had an interesting summer. He actually had a quintuple bypass surgery, and that's a really intense surgery. Yeah. Hard blockages in his heart was to have a bypass surgery. We got to do this like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, like, we don't know how you walked in here, dude. This is crazy. So he was, of course, saying to our family, he was like, you guys are busy. I don't want you guys to have to like come in here. Like, you and Austin are busy. Like, just you don't have to do this. Like, don't
brave
come.
Dad, the strong dad, you know.
He said something about like when a cat is injured, it curls up around a tree and heals itself. I was like, Dad, cats don't have quintuple bypass surgery.
He tried to relate.
That's wild. You're just saying stuff now. That doesn't mean anything to me. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to come there.
Yeah.
All right. Like, so he wakes up from surgery and it's my mom, my brother, and me and his best friend. And he comes out of surgery and he did like a comedy set for like 15 minutes. He was the funniest he's ever been. And he's usually really funny, but he's like, we didn't know how many blockages he had. And I was like, Dad, you had a quintuple bypass. You had 5. That's crazy. It's more than we thought. And he's like, well, you see, I come from a very competitive family. And it was kind of wild because it was very parent-child reversal.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Like my brother and my mom and I were each taking shifts in the ICU and staying with them 24/7. And I remember when I was a teenager, my parents would always, the big fight we always had is I'd sneak my cell phone into my room and be talking to my best friend Abigail under the covers all night. And they'd be like, you have a test tomorrow. You need to rest. We're taking your phone, whatever.
Yeah.
I'd get to the hospital. My brother will have done the night shift and he's like, Tay, you got to take his phone. I caught him FaceTiming his friends all night. He needs his rest. He needs to be sleeping. He's FaceTiming all night.
It's like one of the main things you need is your body to just like
recover.
And I'm like, I'm not taking his phone. He'll get mad. He's like, I'm not taking his phone. You got to be the one to take his phone. I'm like, I'm not doing it. My mom's like, I don't want to do it. My mom. So we're just like, it's like we've got we've got to take our teenage son's phone away from him because he's FaceTiming all night. He came out of surgery, tried to give guitar picks to all the nurses and doctors, but he wasn't wearing pants, didn't have pockets, hospital gown. You know, I'm having these moments where I'm like, this dude built play sets and swing sets and cribs for me. I'm building his shower chair and his walker and his like bed that goes like this. Like, it's just surreal, man. And you're like, you know, we just all moved in with him for the whole summer pretty much. And just, you know, because you can't really walk on your own. We had a little harness for my dad, just like walking Dad on his harness. And he was like the loveliest patient ever. He just kept saying thank you over and over again. So
guy was full of life, man.
Yeah.
He was appreciative that he caught it.
He still is.
Yeah. You know it.
We had we had the FaceTime with him last time we were together, and I was like, he hasn't changed a bit. This guy's still freaking got the energy going. Yeah.
So like Trav was hanging with him the other day, and he was like, so, sweetie, he says he's at 75%. And if this is 75%, I'm truly terrified of him.
To give you the update, I'm probably at 85 to 90% now. So we still got a month, though.
Yeah. So my dad's like, new arteries, new me. My mom just got a new knee.
New knee.
There we go. New knees.
She's doing great. She's scampering around. We're not quite at scampering yet, but she's doing great.
She's up and moving around.
Yeah, this was just like the summer of my parental upgrades. Like, we're just upgrading the parents, making sure that they live to do it. She gives me some of her starter. Life is never the same. Okay. All these things are happening in Florida. Travis is doing.
You guys and talking about or spoken about how much they've appreciated you being a part of the Chiefs and like their daughters all of a sudden being in the sports. Because
it was cool to see the comparison of it all, because the way she runs her tour, her show, her like team and everything like that is very like you set for yourself to achieve. Like it's very
like our job is to entertain people for 3+ hours in NFL stadiums. And it's like,
it's
like when I'm
true.
there, it's called a dressing room. When Travis is there, it's called a locker room.
Yep,
For me, it's called a rehearsal. For him, it's called a practice. For him, it's called his coach. For me, it's my mom.
Yeah.
So there will be times for like game versus show, right? I'll be like, baby, how was the show? Game.
Yeah.
How was the rehearsal? The practice. Field, stage, they're the same thing. We just call them different things.
Yes,
Very
exactly.
true.
It was cool to see the comparisons and how it kind of, I don't know, both aligned. And how hard she works in the gym. We've been to the gym like numerous times, and she works harder than me every
That's
time.
That's not true. That's crazy. You can like squat lift a car.
Okay.
He's just saying words.
That's just genetic. That's
He's
just
just
genetics,
saying
baby.
words.
That's one
Kelce
rep.
genes.
That's one rep. This is what people
I can
forget.
stretch more. That's what I can do more.
Yeah.
I've heard about we've talked about the treadmill walk-in while you're doing the whole show and like all of it. We can't walk for 4 hours, Kim. When's the last time you walked for 4 hours, Travis?
I've never even tried that. I'm not stupid enough to try something like that.
My
kidding me? My knees would be shredded.
Oh my God.
New users can now get NFL.
One of the things that's been crazy to witness is just the media attention, right? Like I think you play
comments and stuff. Like I just really think that like
absolutely,
and hilarious. That changes things for me.
That's
constructive criticism all day.
Coach me.
What you spend your energy on. Totally.
And I get this way all the time where
he had to get off. He had to literally step away.
It hit me right between the eyes.
Algorithm is giving you either criticisms of yourself. So we saw that like
boom,
this.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, I don't know what this is, but get out.
Let's get to the part of this show that I think is what everybody is going to be talking about.
Do I get to say it? Do I get to say? I get to say the 2 words. Yes. Style. Do you want me to start it? Or echo it?
I think Taylor has a little bit of new.
Mention that.
I was about to say, Jason.
Did you see that fans? Did you see that the fans noticed this? Because I was pretty proud of them for noticing that.
Why did you change the ending?
So,
my God,
I'm happy you mentioned that.
I was about to say, Jason.
Did you see that fans? Did you see that the fans noticed this? Because I was pretty proud of them for noticing that.
They noticed.
I was surfing the internet and saw something.
Yeah, so that was. Okay. I was pretty happy that they noticed that. I was like, trained them well. So basically, every night of the Eras tour,
they know everything happens with a reason. Taylor's a planner. She's not just a random orange door.
Just eggs everywhere.
What's happening there? Why? Anyway, so I would leave the stage every night going down the elevator lift. That's how every single Eras show ended, except for the last one, where I exited through a door, an orange door to be specific, and
orange.
That actually was an Easter egg. Basically, the reason why I chose to exit that way is because I kind of wanted to give a little subliminal hint to the fans that I may be leaving the Eras Tour era, but I was also entering
a new era.
So I wanted to show you something.
Okay. What do we got?
We got
a briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TS on it.
Yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album.
got TS12, baby.
This is my brand new album. It's called The Life of a Showgirl.
Love it.
It
Love
was
it.
something that I was working on while I was in Europe on the Eras tour.
So while
And
you were on tour,
I was working. I would be on tour.
How on earth did she do this on the tour is still blowing my mind.
I just love it. I just love it a lot. I love music. I would be playing shows. I'd do like 3 shows in a row. I'd have 3 days off. I'd fly to Sweden, go back to the tour, and actually like working on this. I was physically exhausted at this point in the tour, but I was so mentally stimulated and so excited to be creating.
Oh,
and
wow.
this is
And literally living the life of a showgirl.
I was
While she wrote it.
That's why I called it that. Nailed
Love
it.
it.
So, do you want to see the back cover?
I would love to see all of it. Yes.
Back cover is where we find the 12 tracks for my 12
tracks.
12th
Bangers.
album. So this
Okay.
is so we got all.
What are they?
So we got
Oh, he's heard it, all right? He has heard it.
track 1, The Fate of Ophelia.
Okay.
Track
Do you
2.
Go ahead. I was
wanna
going to say,
talk
do
about-
you know what Fate of Ophelia
you
is?
wanna talk about
keep
Hamlet?
going.
Hamlet.
I don't want to get Jason all riled up.
Yeah.
So we can just go through the
We
track.
can talk
Okay.
about it
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
Track 2, Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay.
You know who Elizabeth Taylor is?
You better.
I'm just kind of following. Along.
Okay. All right.
Track 3, Opalite.
Opalite.
You know what opalite is, Jason?
Why can we stop asking me? if I
Okay,
know?
I'm done. I'm done asking Jason things.
He's like, I hate this
I
structure of the
know a
conversation.
lot about this album, and I'm excited.
Track 4, Father Figure.
Father figure. All right.
Track 5, Eldest Daughter.
Okay.
Track 6, Ruin the Friendship.
Ooh.
Track 7, Actually Romantic.
Actually romantic.
Track 8,
I wonder who that.
Wish List with $2 signs as the S's. Just thought I'd point that out.
There we
Grammatical
go.
flourish. Track 9, Wood.
Wood. Nice.
Track 10, Canceled, but it's in all caps with an exclamation point at the end.
That's a banger.
Track 11, Honey.
Honey.
And can you do drum roll? Last track, track 12, the title track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter.
So
That's awesome.
that's
Look
that.
at this.
Yeah, and so
That's a
then
showgirl.
That is a showgirl.
we got this orange vinyl
And it's orange.
here. Yeah, it is, and sparkly.
Entering a
Look
new
how
era.
sparkly.
It's very nice.
So, what is the significance of the color orange? Why orange?
I've just always liked it, Jason. It really
So it's
feels
not-
like I don't know.
Okay.
It feels like kind of energetically how my life.
Which ones, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they were my main collaborators on the Red album. We did We Are Never Getting Back Together, I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, Shake It Off, Blank Space, Style, Wildest Dreams.
Oh, hell yes.
Ready for it.
So that's the energy
Delicate.
we're going with. Yes, I understand why it's orange now. Okay.
So yeah, we've made songs that I'm so proud of.
There's going to be some fucking bangers. Yes, I'm picking it up.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, it's
Yeah,
12.
it's like that. And so basically, we've never actually made an album before where it's just the 3 of us. There's no other collaborators. It's just the 3 of us making a focused album where it felt like catching lightning in a bottle. Honestly,
Yeah.
we hadn't worked together in like 7 or 8 years, and
This feeds.
they're
They're
just
awesome.
something. There's something about them. These guys, they're just geniuses. Tour in Stockholm, I had Max Martin come out to the show, and I was talking to him, and I was like, I just feel like we could just knock it out of the park if we went back in and we did this all in Sweden, and it was just us 3. Like, I essentially said to him, I want to be as proud of an album as I am of the Eras tour, and for the same reasons,
Okay.
and he was like, do you understand what kind of pressure that is?
Yeah, I was about to say, that is okay.
I was like,
It's
yeah,
Why
like,
would you? Yeah, we can try.
let's
So
go.
your entire
do this.
career, got it.
Projects, and he and Shellback.
My
Algorithm.
relationship
I'll
with
send you
the
it.
if
I'll
we're
send
talking
it. I'll
about
s-
my relationship with the internet is bad. It is it's about as bad as it can get.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So I was like, I made a few records that were a bit more like specific in their sound or whatever, like Folklore, Evermore. Those were a little bit more like alt folk kind of leaning, and just kind of exploring. And in the room were carrying the same weight as creative, wild, dramatic.
I don't know why I would never ask you. I don't know. Yeah, Brandon still hates me because I never asked you, but I think this is way better.
We waited
now.
till I had some stuff to say. I think
there we go.
You know, I was waiting till I had like a sparkly briefcase to bring. I needed props. It took a long time to put that into production.
So,
well, it is finished. And do you want to tell everybody when it's coming out?
It comes out October 3rd.
October 3rd.
This album comes out October 3rd. It's easy to remember. It's 10-3.
10-3.
Still annoying. It is also your birthday week.
We got Wyatt October 2nd. We got you October 5th. And then we got Mom October 9th. So this is a good month.
Yeah, I picked a good month.
It's going to be a good week.
You know, all these Libras
10-3. 13.
The opal birthstones.
I'm picking up this numerology. There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
See, I knew you.
Never not annoying. Always
coachable.
Always going to try to force a 13 into the situation. And this one was right there. It was just right there. For the photos, there are a lot more photos in this, and there's a poem in this, and basically I love the photography so much that I don't want to show it right now because I want to keep some mystery going.
Love it.
Because that's, you know, just fun to have things to still discover. Yeah. But the photos are done by Mert and Marcus, who are two of my favorite photographers. The last time and the only time I worked with them for an album cover shoot was with Reputation, with that album. And I loved what they did with those photos. So I called them up for this one. And I'm so happy with the way that the photos came out for this one. And it just basically was like, I was so proud of the music and so excited about this project from a creative standpoint that I was just like,
it's a lot more upbeat and it's a lot more like fun pop, like excitement. And I think that's a completely like, I think it's a complete 180 from a lot of the songs on Torture Poets for sure.
Oh yeah.
And it's just,
life is more upbeat.
Well, that's what I was about to say. It probably, do you find that your albums mimic everything that's happening in your personal life?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Your genres that you've done are like so wide spanning between like country, pop, and then like it can get, I don't even know, Torture Poets. It was like so cathartic. It felt like for you probably to write those songs and to release all that.
Definitely. And it was like, I have different goals with different albums. Mm-hmm. And Torture Poets Department, my goals were strictly lyrical. Like I
felt
love
like every song was a poem.
Oh, and I love that album so much from that perspective. That was strictly what I was trying to accomplish there, was just really a full catharsis and a complete pivot at this point in time. And I wanted the album to feel the way my life felt. And this completely matches the way that my life has felt. And I also wanted it to be just emphasis. And I loved to embrace the mess of writing from that perspective, of the rawness of that. This, I have a totally different set of goals. Yeah. I always try to do something completely different if that's what I'm feeling at the moment. And I was feeling a complete pivot at this point in time. And I wanted the album to feel the way my life felt. On this album, and keeping the bar really high is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I tend to love to write lots and lots of music. So it's a temptation to release lots of music.
Sure.
I wanted to do an album that was so focused on
theme of the album.
Let's go, bud. Hurry up. Come on. I'm a baseball
like theme, if that's possible.
I would say it's everything that was going on behind the curtain.
Theme of the album, if you would describe it as one.
Us, Shellback, Max, and I. And so it was really amazing that we were able to, without doing too much overthinking, we were able to get in there. His game days are the same days every day. His practice, you had to jump through 50 million hoops. Isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about
Okay.
Which is fascinating.
Travis, I'm very jealous. Very jealous that you've heard these songs.
As you should be, Jason.
Yes.
As you should be.
I think it's very fitting that it's orange. I mean, it looks like a giant sun. Pull that thing out again. Like it feels like it's going to be full of energy. Like the record itself.
You have no idea, Jason.
All right. Look at that thing. That thing is awesome. That is so cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right. Well, congratulations,
October 3rd,
Taylor.
baby.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, you heard it here first. You have heard it here first. October 3rd is the release date of the TS12, The Life of a Showgirl.
12 bangers.
Congratulations, Taylor. I know you've been working on this for a long time.
You're going to be moving the entire.
Thank you so much. You can pre-order it now.
You can pre-order it now? There we go.
Yeah, on my website.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. You heard it here first, folks. The Life of a Showgirl is available now. You can pre-order it. And the official release date is 10/3. That's October 3rd.
Yes, sir.
All righty. We are going to move to We Gotta Ask. You don't have to answer. Taylor,
Okay.
I know you're familiar with this segment, but for anybody listening, this is a segment we often get to where our guests, we're going to ask a bunch of rapid-fire questions. They are not obligated to answer. As a matter of fact, they are free to tell us to fuck off if they so choose.
Okay, cool.
If you so choose.
All right.
All right, now, how do you feel about Jason telling his kids that cats are poisonous?
It was actually really a great challenge because as soon as I got the kids around the cats, it was my goal to prove to them that they weren't poisonous. And there's no better way to prove that than to just hand them Benjamin, my ragdoll cat, who lets humans hold him like he's a baby. And I mean, like, my favorite thing ever is just like when Benny will come up to me and just go, "I find Benjamin. I find him." And she's just like over there, just like laying with him and petting him and holding him. And the cats are so good with kids. They're like they're just like, there's like, Meredith is here. I'm like, yep. And you know what? She didn't bite you at all, did she?
No, she didn't.
And if she did bite you, she wouldn't be poisonous. They're like, that's not what our dad said. I'm like, well, I heard you're getting a cat.
Ooh.
I heard this from a very well-placed source.
I will neither confirm nor deny. We'll see if
You're
that
getting like
does
a
get to
proper
that.
cat. You're getting like a cat that chases mice. What
That
I
is-
have are not that.
Yes. I think
They sit around.
there's a chance
And that's
There's a
enough.
happy medium.
There's a
happy
chance
medium.
I've been talked into a barn cat that does not go inside, that will
It'll
survive off of rodents in the field.
Jesus.
Those
guard our
girls
house.
are going to be sneaking that cat into
There's
their beds
no
every
way that
single
cat
night.
I will say
is
this
gonna
is why I
live
lie
outside.
to my kids, though, I want them to be able to be critical thinkers. They need to realize it's
Yeah.
absurd to think this, and you handing them Benjamin and then and then walking them through critical thinking ability.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they won't believe something
Yeah.
that every moron tells them on the internet, right?
Yeah, it was really like, I know it wasn't helpful for you, but it
No, it's
really, like, it was helpful for me.
My
because
allergies are going to be in severe.
I think you might be, I don't even know if the allergies are a thing, Jason. I think you just
I've had
dislike
an
the
allergy
cat.
test, Taylor. I've had an allergy
Oh,
test.
yeah. They tell
Allegedly.
you everything.
Allegedly. I'd like to see a copy of it.
Fair enough.
It's
All
just,
right.
I think that you just like maybe don't like.
I mean, I think some cats I get down with. I always like Flash growing up, the cat that we had.
What did
Flash
you think
was
of? What did
OG.
you think of my three cats? My three perfect.
Well, the only
little
one that would go
angels?
near me was Benjamin.
Yeah, because the other two can sense that you had resting cat
Hatred.
hair face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be it.
I'm a baseball dad. Just because I
If
didn't
you had to choose to bake one thing to show off your baking skills, what would you choose?
Oh, right now it would be my cinnamon swirl sourdough.
Cinnamon swirl sourdough? I thought
But
you were going to go Pop-Tarts. I really did.
Pop Tarts. It depends on who I'm baking for. The Pop Tarts. God, I just love making pop music and Pop Tarts. I love it.
I didn't even put those two together, but that makes a ton of sense.
Been really experimenting with the flavors there because we got now wild blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, the original, and Kylie got me baking the cinnamon sugar.
You're doing that now. Okay.
Yes.
Well, if I
And-
may, we need an orange Pop-Tart now. We need,
I mean,
Like an
I'll
like an
do it
orange
if
cream?
you really want me to, like with like a marmalade, like an orange marmalade in the middle, and then
an
like
orange-
little orange extract.
Paddington
and the
Bear?
icing.
Little Paddington Bear
Okay,
Pop-Tart?
okay. No, I can get with this. I just didn't see the vision until now, and now I think it's kind of genius.
You've ruined Pop-Tarts outside of yours, just so you know.
Thank you, thank
They'll
you
never
so
be
much.
the same for me either.
Oh,
So now I got to try the cinnamon swirl sourdough, though. If you're putting that above Pop-Tarts.
yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
send some over.
It's a banger.
Perfect. All right. There's a rumor that you played the bear in Happy Gilmore 2 in the scene where Travis has honey put on him. Can you confirm or deny this rumor?
I can deny. Like,
Travis.
Bad Bunny. Who did that? Who did that? And they do. There's a face that Bad Bunny makes, and they do
stage via a cleaning cart.
Mine. That's a weird idea that's my type of weird idea.
Where did that come from?
Well, when you're putting on a first show of a tour like that, you're not just performing for the entire stadium, you're performing for the entire internet. And so I wanted to curate and really romanticize the images that they were seeing first. So I didn't want them to see my first outfit and my first look, which would have given away what the first era was. Before, when I'm walking up the ramp behind the stage, there's all these fans that are seated behind the stage at certain angles where they would have been able to film it. I didn't want that to be the first thing people saw from the Eras Tour. I wanted it to be the huge Lover motif, and they're surprised and delighted by the fact that Lover is the first era we're doing. And that's the first time they've seen that Versace bodysuit all lit up, like once the lights hit that thing, it's just like, I love that outfit so much. And so it was really about preserving kind of like the sanctity of a surprise moment, right? So I kind of thought I might only do it for night one, and then I just got attached to it. I was like, I find this fun.
It's the perfect intro. It really is.
There's a weird little side of me that likes sneaking around. And and I think the fans found it funny too. They're like, what a weirdo. Very, very We've come to see a weirdo in concert. Why is she doing that? I don't know. Why did I make it look like a mop cart? I don't know, man. There's just so if you can't have fun with the hijinks of this thing, there's enough stress that goes into this. If you can't get joy from silly little things, everyone knows you're in there, but you're in there like they really don't think they want to be surprised and want to figure stuff out.
No.
Building, that's what the whole tour. Oh, I'd say it was the first time I stepped on the field, which would have been when you won the AFC Championship.
Baltimore.
The first season that I was with you, and it was in Baltimore, and we're in the suite, and he's just won the AFC Championship. We're freaking out. Everybody's screaming. And his mom goes, all right, let's go down to the field. And I was like, what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
We're going where? And she's like, we're going down to the field. And I was like, did he say that that's okay? Because we hadn't talked about this. There was no hey, if I win this game.
I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah, he doesn't jinx anything, which I respect, actually. I'm all about that. But we hadn't had a conversation about it. So I'm like, is he going to be like, what are you doing down here, dude?
It was Mama knows best.
Presumptuous.
Mama knows best. She knew I wanted to.
And so she was like, trust me, he wants you there. And I was like, okay, well, she would know. And so I'm walking out onto this field, and it's just like, oh my God. There's so many lights.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
I've never seen this many cameras. I've never seen this much media in my life, and I've seen a lot of media.
Yeah.
And then the media sees me, and they're like, ah! And then they just start running at me, and I'm looking at you, and then you're screaming into the mic, because when there's a mic and there's Travis, he physically needs to scream into it.
Of course. All right. Okay.
That's so basically I'm experiencing this whole heightened scenario that I had no idea 5 minutes before I was going to be experiencing. And it's one of my most cherished memories, because I was so proud of you. And
I was so proud that you came down there to enjoy that moment.
It was so magical. It was so fun. It's crazy. It's crazy to get to see someone you love work that hard, and then have that kind of euphoric payoff where you're like,
for sure,
you did it. You did it underlined 100 times. You did you did it.
Human exclamation point.
What do you mean you're going to the Super Bowl? That's crazy. I had such a great rookie year. It was crazy.
It was a great year. What is your welcome to, I don't know if it's singer, being a pop star, being a performer? Yeah. What is your welcome to the industry moment in that regard?
Oh my God. Man, I actually never really allowed myself to feel like the you've arrived thing.
Sure.
I've just now started to be able to really be in a moment when I'm in the moment. That's why I'm so glad that the Eras Tour happened when I'm an adult. because I was able to completely and totally soak in these moments while I'm planning, obviously, what I'm doing next in the show. But like when I'm at the end of that show and I'm standing there taking it in, that's me 100% present. But, starting to do this when I was putting out my first album when I was like 16, I was always on to the next plan. And that I get joy in planning. So it's not like I wasn't happy with that, but I never allowed myself to say, you've arrived, you've made it. I was always like, how are you going to get to make the next project? And it was all about, it was all about the higher I climbed, the more creative control I had. And there was more pressure every discount that. Yeah. But for me, this is different. Like this is nothing like what I've ever experienced before.
All righty.
New users can now get NFL Sunday Ticket.
Questions for us. We're kind of out of the questions for this section. Is there anything you wanted to ask Travis or I?
Important for you to make sure that those hairs don't grow.
Getting a little itchy, bud.
No, it's fine.
When you go from we're managing it.
They did a great job.
European wax.
I don't think it's going to be a recurring bit.
Yeah, it was the best it could have been.
I also don't think I'm going to find myself in a Speedo again.
Jason walked into a door that said European wax
and was treated with the utmost respect and class.
He had to try it in order to know. That's life. It feels important that you did it. And also it's because now you know.
Because now
you know. I know what.
I always say that after I make unfortunate judgment calls.
Right?
Well, now I know.
Now I know.
Had to try it.
The one thing I didn't try was
wasn't great. Wouldn't do it again.
Yep.
And on that note,
now you know.
Woo! Thanks for having
me. Tay, thank you so much for hopping on. Oh my gosh! All right. Thank you so much for hopping on. You are the best. This has been a blast. I think Kylie enjoyed being the number one most viewed episode for her time that she had. This is.
Don't you do that to Kylie?
Don't do that.
It's not about Kylie.
You guys throw Kylie under the bus, you're going to pay for it.
That's uncalled for. Why did Elliot already doing it?
You'll find out.
That's right. And that's a wrap, folks, on another episode of New Heights. Thank you to our guest, Taylor Swift, for joining us on the show. Life of a Showgirl comes out October 3rd. Pre-order is now available on TaylorSwift.com. Reminder, New Heights will be back to kick off the NFL season August 27th. Make sure you're subscribed to the New Heights channel on YouTube and follow New Heights in the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
All right, now, once again, New Heights, a Wondery show. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S, and thanks to our production and crew always for your editing skills and making us look entirely better than what we are. Taylor got to see this firsthand, actually.
Thanks, guys. It's been great.
And to the 92%ers and to the Swifties, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Peace.
All right. I don't know where to go from here.
I went. There was confetti all over it. Oh, this is like when the cats taste something that they're confused by. This is my favorite impression. The cat ate something it doesn't know what it is. That gets me every time. Fucking gets me every time, man. I will laugh at that. I will fall off the couch laughing at that if he'll do it at